Hey guys, it's hump day. And I wanted to come on because I am going to be doing some baby wearing today. And I wanted to share with you how Monroe looks. And this is the baby Bjorn. It's the standard baby Bjorn front baby carrier. And let's undo her. Sorry, it's awkward when I have it facing a different way, but there she is. She's hanging out. This is hard doing this in front of a mirror, but I'm going to take her outside with me and we're going to do some enjoyment of outside activities because it is very warm here. It's currently, I want to say, right around 70 degrees and sunny. Isn't she cute in there? Her little feet. I've got her still in the sleeper because this protects her. So, you know, if you're putting a baby in a carrier, typically, one, like, look cute. You can just see her little head poking out on top of. But okay, so sorry. I digress. And this can be tightened up so that she's like laying, these straps can be tightened up so she can lay closer to my chest. But I like just being able to see her little face. I'm sorry, I'm gonna be making you guys dizzy. I promise I'm gonna turn this around and be probably facing me. But when I go outside, that is. But anyway, so I wanted to share how she looks in this. You can also roll this down. I don't typically do that because with a newborn, you'd want to have more support for their head and this would come down. But I'm trying to show you all angles and it's a little awkward. So it's only about 9:30 in the morning here, but it's currently sunny and 70 degrees-ish outside. So before I get too crazy with my day today, I figured this would be a good way to share how this little baby looks in this and how it fits. It's very supportive on my back. I can tell you that it's comfortable, so I don't mind wearing her in this. I have tried other carriers and they have not been this comfortable. It must be the placement on my neck and back. And I know for a lot of collectors, you may not be able to necessarily baby wear because you may have not so great backs. And I totally appreciate that. But for those of you out there that really enjoy feeling the weight of baby, like I enjoy feeling the weight of a silicone baby and holding her. Like it's something I enjoy. But I also don't have like lower back issues or any other back issues, which I get that some people do. But, oh, you guys, she's so sweet. And it feels nice because she will, now that I'm holding her and carrying her around against my body, she will start to warm up. So yeah, so I'm gonna take her outside and I'll have to piece this together, which is fine. But I at least wanted you to see how the carrier fits. I strongly recommend the baby Bjorn. I really like it. So yeah, I'm just wearing a one-piece, I'm wearing just a one-piece workout onesie, if you want to call it that, because that way it doesn't get bunched up. If I have like two-piece clothing on, I've noticed it can get bunched up because you're tightening it around. The back of your lower or upper waist, lower rib cage area, if that makes sense. So yeah, hopefully you guys can see how she fits in this. You can see she's not a huge baby. Like everybody that like sees her on camera, they go, oh, she looks huge, but she's really not. She's not at all. So anyways, guys, I will be back in a second. Hey guys, and I'm back and I'm outside. It's gorgeous out. And here we have Monroe, still safely tucked in. And I'm just gonna go hang outside for a little bit before my day gets crazy and before it gets hot, because it's gonna get really, really warm. We may get up to like 90 degrees by the weekend, but this is my backyard. So you guys can see, ooh, the sun, she crazy bright. So I'll probably move over here into the shade for just, you know, purposes of making the video so you guys can see. So, little topic I'm gonna discuss with you guys. Here we go. I'm in some shade. But, you know, a little topic I want to discuss, something that's been on my mind. As I was saying in yesterday's video, like, this is the time of year I like to hit the reset, so to speak. And for me, that's also taking accountability for, you know, things that are going on, things that may have happened over the last year. It's like self-reflection time for me. I don't know if you guys ever do that or purposely. I know that I'm always trying to be mindful of just, you know, when you have friendships that don't last, or you know, choose to go your separate ways and things like that. I try very hard when that happens in my life to self-reflect and also try to own my part, I guess you could say. And I know that that's not an easy thing to do. I think we all as humans struggle with that type of thing. Like, it's not easy to own maybe that you didn't make the best decisions in certain situations or with certain friendships. However, I think it's important for me to really take a look at my own actions, to try to do better and not, you know, have things like that happen in the future if I can help it, or just self-reflection of like, make better choices in your friendships. Find those that truly support you. Also easier said than done, I think. And sometimes it takes us a while to figure out who's good to have in your life and who is actually not good to have in your life. Who's being a supportive person. And honestly, there's just, nobody's got time for drama. Nobody's got time for, you know, the selfish behavior. And I think that's why I need to always self-reflect on my own actions to make sure that, one, I'm being a good friend to those in my life, but also to make sure I'm making good choices for having friendships in my life. Like, they need to be fulfilling for me. They need to be, it needs to be both ways, not one-sided, not just, you know, where you're constantly giving and someone's always taking. You know, those are the times where you need to go, wow, okay, maybe this isn't good for me and maybe I need to walk away. And that's okay. That's okay. It's not easy to do at times, but it's very necessary for people's mental health, for my mental health, for, you know. So I think about all of those things, and those are not easy things for me to think about on a general basis. I certainly am not perfect. I make a lot of mistakes. I do things that I wish I hadn't done. I make choices that I wish I hadn't done, but if I never look at my own actions, I can never do better, and I want to always do better. But I'm learning that just because I choose to have self-reflection doesn't mean everybody else around me does. So that's something to take into consideration, that, you know, it's hard for people to do. It's not an easy thing to look at yourself and go, where did I go wrong? What could I have done better? And how could I have hurt somebody, or how can I make that better? But I think it's really important as human beings. It's very important for all of us to self-reflect at times, honestly. And, you know, I think we've all had those friends where, you know, you think you're very, very close, and then when things get rough or things get difficult, and, you know, they always said to you, like, I need to have friends in my life who call me out from the shit that I do. If I'm in the wrong, please point it out to me, because I want to make sure that I'm not doing things like that, right? But what happens is, a lot of times when you actually are that friend and you call that friend out, they don't like it so much. Or they find that they can't actually take the criticism that they asked you to give them. And I have found that that's been the case in a couple of my past friendships. And I think that that's a tough one to get past, because, you know, I think a true friend really does, they hang with you with the good, the bad, but they also are not afraid to point out when maybe there's things that you're doing that aren't necessarily a great thing. Nobody likes to hear it. But I have those friends. I have those friends that will literally be like, what are you doing? Like, this, whatever you're doing right now isn't good. You need to rethink what you're doing. And I appreciate that. And I need that in my life, because there are times where we all get off track, where there's times where we all struggle, I would say, always doing the right thing. Like, we're human, we make mistakes. We don't always make the best decisions. It's just how it is. It's just how we learn, right? But if we don't have anybody holding us accountable for our actions, especially if they're crappy actions, or you're doing something that could endanger or hurt somebody, or just not a good choice, not a good life choice, I want someone to call me out on it, and I will take and heed their warnings. Also part of my self-reflection, guys. It's not easy, but I think it's necessary, so that we're constantly growing, right? Like, I'm always that type of person who wants to continually grow, do better, be a better friend, be a better partner, just do better. And I think that the self-reflection is really hard, but I think it's the best thing that helps us grow. And this is the time of year where I think about all this. I don't know why, but it just is. And I like talking about it because I know others out there are trying to do better as well. But you have to want to do better to actually do it. Also hard to put into practice. Someone can tell you, like, yeah, you gotta do this a little bit better, or, you know, you weren't really around, or you need to show up more and be more present. You know, that's also one that I get quite a bit, because I am very work driven, and sometimes I get lost in that, and I don't show up for my family when I should at times, and I do need to do better. And same for my friends. Like, I need to be a good supportive friend. I need to constantly try to do better for my friends, and make sure that it's reciprocal, that it's reciprocated, and that I'm just as supportive as they are for me, because I have some amazing supportive friends. I don't know what I would do without them. Really, just been a rock to get me through some tough times, you know. So that's kind of what I've been thinking about. So when I'm talking about hitting the reset, that's also a big part of it. I just think it's a good time of year to really self-reflect and, you know, start the new season. Start the new season with an upbeat, fresh, as I said yesterday, hit the reset, I guess. And I think that that's a great thing. I think it is. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna do my best. But here is Monroe. I don't know if you can see her. It's a boob shot. Sorry, guys. But there she is. She's just chilling with me. She's just chilling with me. We're just hanging out. I really enjoy having her. I'm just showing you the close-up of her in here. But I love wearing her. I don't do it a ton, but when I do, I really enjoy it. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed the chat. Hopefully enjoyed seeing me do some baby wearing today. And we're halfway through the work week. I hope you guys Have an amazing rest of the week. I have Friday and Monday off because it's both my daughter's birthdays this weekend, or early next week, I should say. So making sure I take that time with them because that's important time to spend with them. But yeah, I'll still be around though, and I'll be making videos because the weather's going to be gorgeous, and when the weather's nice, it motivates me. So here we are. But enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and we'll see you very, very soon. And thanks for watching. Bye-bye.